these on. I think we should start wearing these like a team, like a unit. Now we look smart. You know what I always say? A house divided against itself cannot stand.
That was Lincoln.
Oh yeah, top hat, wooden finger guy.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't.
Boom.
Go team.
The watches.
What are you wearing, Greg?
Thanks for the question, Molly. This is the Duck, and essentially you can beat the shit out of this watch, and it just keeps going.
Why the dog?
Yeah, why the name of the Duck?
Why the Duck? A duck. Well, the great thing about a duck and this watch is that a duck can go on land, a duck can go on water, sometimes go underwater, but it's not legally approved to call a dive watch, so we called it a duck. First time we've used Blue Glow Super Luminova. We've used a touch on the Monster, but this is all over the dial. Nice hit at 12 and 20 ATM. So you can go deeper than you'll ever go.
So like how many 3D prints did you have to go through to really figure out the right proportion?
Right, so the funny thing about the Duck was the first prototype was absolutely terrible. I don't know why we did it, but we did it and we got a prototype, and it was just one of those moments where it wasn't good enough. And so we went back to the drawing board and reimagined it, more shape, more function, more feature. The Duck is very lucky, I think, to be wearing the Monster rubber strap. It's like designed as a professional dive strap, where the Duck makes it a little bit different is these super fun colors.
Well, let's talk about, since you mentioned about the Monster.
Monster, ooh, good segue.
Yeah. So the Monster series is created to celebrate the Great Lakes. We have our first Lake Erie Monster released a couple years ago, and followed by
A huge success, yes.
huge success, yes. And then followed by the Great Lakes Shinola Monster series.
Yeah.
And this time we just get a little bit more color with passion.
Yeah, the red dial really pops.
So there's these again, pulling some inspiration from Michigan, these lighthouses all along the west shore of Michigan, and they're all red, so that's where it came into the dial. And the blue bezel paired with the red enamel dial kind of just felt right.
Blue bezel. Wait, now I'm looking at this blue bezel.
Yeah.
The color should be 2965C PMS color, right?
That's what I believe you spec, yeah.
Yeah, but now I'm looking at it. I think it's a little off. I think it's
Not quite right. Yep.
It might be 2963.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to double
we'll have
check that.
Chelsea.
Yeah. Because this has to be perfect. Other than that, this watch is sweet.
Super fresh. Yeah, I love it.
Pop color.
Naheem, you kind of, I
Yes.
think, came in halfway through this project and saw it come together a little bit. Any memories of the Monster as kind of Molly is working on it?
All the iterations were really cool, all the different colorways, and just kind of watching the process unfold, and of course going through the editing process and kind of seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, see what fits.
And then we thought we were done with the project, and they hired this like new art director, and she was like, "It's not good enough." And so we had to go back to the drawing board, and it.
Yeah.
Field watch.
Oh, this thing?
Yes.
This little guy?
That beauty.
Yeah.
Prototype. Can't show you the real thing yet. Not done. Flying around the world right now, I believe. But pretty close.
Yeah, I think so.
How does it make you feel?
Like I'm part of Detroit's history.
Yes.
You know, Detroit had a really, really huge part in World War II. All the automotive companies, of course, coming together and making, equipment, vehicles for the war effort. And this really highlights that. And I think that's a really, really good homage to all the hardworking men and women who were playing their part.
Yeah, the arsenal of democracy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, arsenal of democracy.
Yes. The Runwell is sort of already a field watch that a lot of kind of richness in Detroit was added to, but at its core really is kind of a heritage field watch. So it felt like a cool thing to do, to imagine wartime efforts and us being tasked with creating a military watch. So,
So do you want to talk about what's the difference between this and our, signature Runwell?
Am I the only one drinking here?
Oh, no. I was just thinking about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Oh, yes.
Cheers.
Boom, boom.
Here's a fly my drink.
Extra protein.
Anything you love about the field watch, RFW?
Yeah, actually the finishing, I enjoy how it's kind of more of like a bead blasted, like a flat case. Kind of pays more attention to the field watches that were actually around that time. It's just a really, really well thought out, I think, design. And it I think it really just suits really well. And plus the strap is super comfortable.
Yeah.
Super comfortable.
Love the two-piece nylon.
Mm-hmm.
It looks fresh, feels comfortable, and yeah.
Right, and it's still recognizable, of course, as a Shinola.
To get nerdy for a second, we did some other things. The hardened steel was, I think, our standard hardness value. HV200 would be your stainless steel. This guy plated with a chromium plating takes the hardness value up to 1600.
6 times hotter
Hardness,
than the regular stainless steel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taking the 5 ATM to 10 ATM, nice touch.
Yes. And I know this is just a little cosmetic, but the texture on the dial is really nice. It's not your typical, or our typical flat velvet dial. It's a bit more...
a little grain.
Yeah, a little grainy to it.
Yeah.
But add some character to it,
Beautiful. Yeah, I think that came from the automatic collection. And no date.
No date.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, who needs a date? Not
No one.
this guy.
Not me, of course not. Please, I'm in the moment, I'm in the now.
But it does, I think it kind of simplifies the dial, strips it down to just essential utility. Yeah, why did we do this watch? Where did we go, Molly? It was Boston.
Somewhere near
Really?
Boston.
The biggest vintage store ever, or outdoor
event.
Outdoor flea market kind
Flea
of
market.
thing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Right.
So they
Familiar.
have different areas of the tents. You can't finish looking at them in one day. You have to spend days there to be able to walk through all the tents.
We came across the watch guy. Most of it is old rusty stuff, but we find this watch guy who knows what he's talking about. And there was
Found a really cool
We
American
found
watch.
we found
a vintage.
military issue field watch that I attempted to purchase but didn't have enough money in my bank account. I think and Bill wouldn't give me any money. Thanks, Bill. And so, but it kind of stuck with us, and we took it back to studio and started concepting and putting ourselves in that, what would we do with a field watch, proper field watch. So
You can buy one,
Yeah,
just build one.
make one. Yeah. Note from Shannon. Next project should be fast, should be dangerous.
Shannon racing cars now?
What?
Probably. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I don't think it's that kind of video.
Oh no. For 1 cup of coffee per day.
Nope.
Action.
That was Lincoln.
Oh yeah, top hat, wooden finger, theater buff.
Good.
Hey Molly,
Yeah,
you believe in time?
I believe it's time to go.
You should do stand up.
One more time. Yeah. You know what I always say.
You know what I always say, Uncle Greg.